Oh, my friends, it is a blustery, windy winter day out here in the desert, and we're going to talk about what I think is arguably the best value down jacket available on the market, the Decathlon Forclaz MT500 down jacket. Now, there are some really great things about this jacket, and there are some things that I would change. And I do also want to compare it to its little brother, the MT100, and then also the Cumulus mountlite down jacket that is a pretty significant cost increase, but I want to talk about maybe some design differences and just compare these three jackets against each other, but primarily focus on this MT500 down jacket. Now, part of what makes the MT500 jacket such a great value is the price point. You're going to come in at $149 USD for this jacket, which is significantly lower than the vast majority of down jackets out there on the market. This also is designed to be a little bit heavier weight than some of the ultralight focused types of down jackets, where you have a full 149 grams of downfill insulation put into this for just increasing the amount of warmth that you get out of the jacket, compared to the 87 or so grams that you have from the MT100. Now, the MT100 is an amazing value in a down jacket at about $100, but often on sale. You can find it as cheap as like $70 sometimes. This has an incredible value to it, but it's not quite as warm as what you get from the MT500. So I think paying the extra $50 for the MT500, you get a little bit better jacket, because there's also a few more features without a huge significant weight increase compared to the MT100. So that $50, what does that get you? It gets you more ounces or grams of insulation fill in the baffles. You also get more pockets within the jacket. So I have two hand pockets, I have a chest pocket, and then two inner pockets, where the MT100 has two hand pockets, and that is it. So that reduces the weight of this jacket, and this has less fill to it, but then you just have more features and such with the MT500. Now, it's pretty windy right now. I am wearing a QU Peloton, I think 200 weight mid-weight layer underneath this, and I can still feel wind penetrating through the seams of this jacket, because it is not a boxed baffle design, and so it is allowing for body heat to basically be pulled from the jacket. So it's not like the best in really windy conditions. I'd want to put a shell over top to break that wind and make it more comfortable that way, but that is something to know, that it is not a box baffle design. It is sewn through construction. Now, some of the other fit and features of this jacket are, obviously it has a hood, as you can see here. I'm keeping it up because I really hate wind against my ears and such, but it is nice and well formed around your head, and it is a good size. It's not oversized, it's not too big, so when I turn my head and such, I'm not losing my vision, when sometimes a hood will be so big that you turn your head in it and it's like, boom, you've just blocked every bit of vision from that side. You also do have a draw cord, shock cord back here that gives you the ability to tighten that up a little bit to really secure it. But even in this really windy condition, it's not blowing off of my head. I like how form-fitting that is without also compressing it down. And the way that the zipper comes up around your face, this is also really key in the enjoyment level of a jacket. Now, I can bring my face down into this a bit, and I've got a nice microfiber soft fleece that's around the face here in the chin area. So it's really soft, comfortable, and enjoyable, and not scratchy with the zipper or anything. But it's also not so high up over my face that I'm covering my mouth and such, but I can easily just kind of duck my face into it and increase the warmth that way as well. Now, the overall fit of the jacket is honestly one of the best fits that I've seen in a down jacket. The length of the sleeves is really nice, and when I bring my arms up and such, this is key, because I don't want it to be so short that when I bring my arms up, I'm just exposing everything, but also not so long that it's like getting stuck on things, if that makes sense. And then around the hem here of the waist, you do have a shock cord piece for you to loosen or tension that to basically trap that warm air and such, and just create a better fit for the jacket that way too. Now, something that I don't necessarily love about this jacket is the way that the wrist hems are done. You have an additional like length of fabric that comes over the elastic here that is just not my favorite. I kind of wish that it just ended with the elastic and that's what was exposed, but I don't know. I guess it makes it look nice and it's not like super annoying, but the elastic is further back into the sleeve than what you would think it is, and it's just like I wish it was a touch longer in that way so that it would capture over gloves a little bit better and not like be catching on my wristwatch as well. Now, the insulation used in this jacket is an 800 fill power RDS certified down, which is great to see in a lower cost jacket where very often you buy something that is under $100 or so and it's hard to know whether or not the down is responsibly sourced. So that's great to see. The other thing that they talk about is this jacket is rated to be warm down to about 14 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm not going to believe that. It's only about 32 degrees out here right now, Fahrenheit, and the wind blowing, so that's obviously some wind chill, and I would be cold if I did not have a mid layer on underneath this. But I do want to compare it real quick to the mountlite jacket from Cumulus, because that jacket is pretty amazing, but it also comes at a pretty substantial price tag as well in comparison to what you get from this jacket. Now, the big question to ask here is, what is the big difference between a $150 jacket and this $335 jacket from Cumulus, which is the mountlite? The big difference is 800 fill power down in the MT500 versus 900 fill power down, which is going to reduce the weight of the jacket, which is going to be a few ounces in this case. You're at about 12, 13 ounces or so of weight for this mountlite, but there are some things about this that make it maybe a little bit more delicate, or you just have to pay more attention to, and that's going to be slightly lighter weight fabrics with this Pertex Quantum fabric that you have on here. And then the just overall like baffle design is a little bit bigger to have more lofty baffles in that case and not as many stitch lines. So you would think that it's going to be a little bit better in the wind that way than it would be from the Decathlon, but this is still a sewn through baffle construction, even though it is a bit loftier of a jacket. But because you have bigger baffle sections, less stitch lines, it will be warmer in the wind that way. Now, the fit of this one is very similar. You do also have that shock cord here on the back of the jacket, and the fit of the hood around your face and everything is also really great. You do not have that microfiber fleece here around the face, but this Pertex fabric is very, very soft and you don't find it being scratchy or a problem in any way. So is this jacket worth the pretty substantial increase in price? I think so, but it also depends on what you are wanting to get out of the jacket. This is going to be a bit more high performance and something that I look at to give me maximum warmth by also saving as much weight as possible, where the MT500, it doesn't have quite as lightweight of an approach with it being lower fill power down, heavier weight fabrics and such. So the $150 price tag for the MT500 is phenomenal. It is an incredible value, and I think one of the best buys of a down jacket. But investing a little bit more money into something like this gets you a little bit higher performance, something that's lighter weight, packs down a bit tighter, and can just be something that performs better for maybe some of those more specific goals that you have of what you're trying to get out of your outerwear. If you want to learn more about the Decathlon MT500, I've got a link down in the description, as well as for the Cumulus and the MT100. But I want to thank you guys for watching today. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. I hope you have an awesome day. We'll catch you in the next one. See you later.